Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to our Zielonka gameplay. We're playing Pallet Chucker. I accidentally unloaded when I meant to lock in a GPS course. Oops. And as a result, well, we just had to load up. We just had to load up our crates again. There we go. This is the view I was trying to show off. Right there in the pre-show. I just like this view. I was saying during the pre-show, there's lots of really neat animations on these harvesters that I would say probably not a lot of people really drill into and take a finer look at. I'm almost wanting to record the harvester and then and slow it down just to see everything a lot slower. So I think things are flying around a little bit too fast. These are flying around a little bit too fast. It's kind of a little blurry. But tonight we are going to be firing up the triple soup recipe. I've got parsnips. I've got carrots. All we need now are red beets. And then we will be ready to rock and roll. Firing up our triple soup recipe. We've been making potato soup. We're going to see how rich we can get making just soups. I do have part of a carrot field over there left to harvest as well. I mean, this alone, right, with the foliage dropping down, is pretty neat. But when we get turned around, I want to drill in. A lot closer. I don't know, I like looking at machinery. I like seeing how it operates. I like thinking about the engineering that went into designing it. So let's dive into this thing, right? So it digs the crop up out of the ground. Right, then it comes up here, we got some little beaters to knock the dirt off. And then we get to this thing. We get to this thing right here. Right? And look how this thing is working. It's just some plates that rotate. And that's what basically cuts the root crop, the vegetable, off from the tops. Where'd it go? This thing. And then we've got these belts. We've got animations on the belts. The belts are actually rotating. Right, and then the foliage just keeps flying up and then drops down the chute. And then our fruit drops down, vegetable drops down on the conveyor belts, right? So you see that getting cut off there. Right, it's just so cool. Just so cool how that all works. Indeed, David, indeed. It's animations, little things like that. Right? All those little things you don't see at this height. Right? You gotta drill in there and really just appreciate the machinery for the machinery. It's like I was looking back here at these controls, right? We have up down arrows to adjust the height of, I guess, the legs. We have left and right arrows to adjust the width of the wheels. I don't know what that last one is, up and down. All right, well, we got all this stuff under here. We got a cable. It's connecting the two. I'm guessing that's some sort of brake on the cable here. It's coming back to a hand crank. We got lights, right, to light up all this stuff. So you see what's going on? So I was saying I was going to show you my GPS headings. So 2.47 feet working width, no offset. That's what I use. And I don't even try to line it up with the header or with the implement. I just straight on down center of the tractor. And the tractor's basically, center of the tractor is basically three rows off from the pickup. And here we're on +6, right? So the next time down we're going to be +7. Yeah, auto setup does not detect the right width. So next time I come back up that side of the field, I'm going to do +7. And here we're +26. So the next time back this way, I'm going to be +25. Right, we're going to take one down. Well, I think, Sean, part of it is they don't want it too complex. They don't want it unapproachable by the city slicker, if you will. Right, it's already kind of a complex game with all the various stages of steps and which step do you do when and all this other stuff if you're not into agriculture. Or if you're a kid and you're trying to figure out how to get into things. So my guess is it's a fine line to balance between realism and simplification for the sake of making it approachable. So I call that gamification. Gamification. 2.47. We can thank B101 UK. He was in the last chat. He was giving me all these measurements. Because if you go here, and you look at this double row, it's 1.5 meters, right? The double row is 1.5 meters, but the single rows are coming up 0.8. Well, 0.8 is 1.6 meters. So clearly this is a round up. So 1.5 would be 7.5 meters or 0.75 meters. And apparently 0.75 meters in feet is 2.47. Because then if we jump up here to the 4 row, it's 3 meters, right? 3 meters. So 2 rows, 1.5. So that means 1 row has to be 0.75. So guidance steering is not picking up the proper working width. Let's haul some beets down there and get this thing running. Yeah, and I mean, I was saying earlier when FS22 just launched, right? It's seasons light. I think they try to pick a balance with seasonal visuals and seasonal effects. Again, and not trying to get too down in the weeds with gameplay. I would like to see further enhancements so that we can better do seasonal differences with maps. Right now, your geo, if you will, to use seasons mod terminology from 17 and 19, your geo is built into the map, right? It's an XML file baked into the map. You want to change your growth calendar, you got to edit the map file. I would like to see that modified in the next farm sim such that you could just drop in a mod and tweak your growth file that way, as opposed to having to edit. Because PC players, well, we have a luxury, right? We can get into the files. The console players are baked. They're stuck with the baked-in growth schedule no matter what. This video is brought to you by Daisy Moonbeam and Mighty Mouse 05. Thank you for being farm barons. I hope not, Sean. I certainly hope not. I mean, they're long in the tooth. I think the only reason FS22 supported the old gen consoles was because of COVID and just general delays in getting access. You know, Xbox was in short supply for a long time. PlayStation 5 was in short supply for even longer time frame. Now I think both are readily available. There will always be people left behind. You just can't support the old stuff forever. They really are bringing, in my opinion, they're really bringing the game down if they would continue to try to support Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Those platforms are just so starved for memory. I think there's plenty of other games out there these days that are not supporting those platforms. All right, we got our triple soup. I mean, the current new gen stuff is going to be around till at least 2026. From leaked info, or from info pulled out of the Blizzard Activision acquisition by Microsoft. A lot of interesting things came out of the court filings and court documents, and it seemed like possibly there was pretty strong information that the current gen consoles are going to be here till at least 2026. That would be the next possible console refresh. So they have another 3 years of life in them at a minimum. Where's PC gaming? Where is PC gaming going to be in 2026? Think about where PC gaming was in 2020. Wrong turn. Wrong turn. Right, where's PC gaming going to be in 2026? I think in 2020 we were buying Was that when the 30 series cards were just dropping? I think early 2020 was when the 30 series cards just were starting to come out. So the bulk majority of people were still running 10 series cards, 9 series cards, 20 series cards, and the 30s were just coming out. Yeah. And then since Farm Sim 22 released on the 21st, 2021, sorry, November 22nd, 2021, you know what? Farm Sim turns 2 in 2 days. Right? Farm Sim will be 2 years old in 3 days. On November 22nd, 2023, it will be its 2-year anniversary. All right, let's haul this down here. I don't know what you're doing, Rough Riders, but whatever it is, we don't need a flood of messages. Schultz's birthday is today. Let's all sing happy birthday. Or we can just spam birthday cakes in chat. I'll make you some. We don't want to do what I did last live stream. Don't drive over that. I don't want to give up my product to the preserve factory. I'll make you some carrot cake. Or apparently like red velvet cake. Beet juice is used to color red velvet cake. That's new to me. I could bake a cake at the bakery if I had all the products. Now, at least the sidewalks here on the map, they do have curbs, cutouts at the curbs. That was something that folks were critiquing on Silver Run Forest. None of the sidewalks had curb cutouts, I don't think. So I was glad to see the curb cutouts this time around. Yeah, I mean, you know, they're definitely sharp. I'm hoping, Chad, that the next Farm Sim will be released next year. I'm hoping. we'll maybe have some speculation or some hints. So last December, Giants announced the Year 2 Season Pass. If Giants announce a Year 3 Season Pass this December, and if the Season Pass includes 4 or 5 items, then it's probably not going to happen. If Giants does not announce a Year 3 Season Pass, or if the Year 3 Season Pass is light on content, let's say 2 items, maybe 3 items, then it's a possibility. Right? I mean, we had paid DLC dropping in 2021 for FS19. It wasn't a lot, but there was still 1 or 2 things. Right? There's still time. There's still time to drop a couple things, you know, in March timeframe, May timeframe, June timeframe. My concern is that I don't know how many years the game can go between versions and maintain a good player base and not lose a bunch of interest, such that the next version becomes less people are looking out for it, or less people are interested in it. Too many people moved on. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel if too much time goes by, then too many people will have moved on, and it won't be as big a thing. But I think 2 years apart is too soon. I think 4 years apart is too long. So for me, a happy medium's 3. I think they get good dev cycle every 3 years. That would be my personal belief. We definitely don't need an EA thing and have Farm Sim 2024, 25, 26. Alright, there we go. Oh, Richard! Crossblades, there we can lose features to some degree. Farmer G, are you saying that I'm going to get more soup than I should with triple soup? Is that what you're saying? When it spawns a 2,000 liter pallet, it only drops storage by 1,000 liters? I mean, if I accidentally get more soup than I should, is that a bad thing? I mean, Crossblades, honestly, I do not spend much time thinking about FS19. I do not spend much time at all thinking about FS17. To really tell you, give you hard examples of features that didn't translate from one version to the next version. But I feel that we can have things not transfer over. Now, what we lose versus what we gain is often much smaller. And then, someone who was asking about decorative objects. What was the question? See, like, production was brand new in 22, right? It was really popular for PC players to have productions in 19 and 17 and 15, possibly even 13. So in 22, they brought productions into the game as a base. Let me scroll up chat. There's a question here I know I missed. Where'd it go? How much of the ground assets? That's it. How much of the ground assets are new? When you talk about ground assets, Richard, what are you talking about? Are you talking about like paintable textures? Are you talking about buildings? Are you talking about foliage? Trees? Decorative objects? I mean, I would say most things are new on this map. Under landscaping, we have flagstones as a new ground texture. We have different gravel ground textures. We have different plants and different grass. And we have a ton of new trees. Apple trees, aspens, beech trees, and then new oak trees. Steve, what's up? As far as building assets, map assets, pretty much they're all new. Right, we have new placeable productions in our... I really like this spinnery. We have there's our soup factory. Right. Then we have our preserved food factory. This is our potato chip factory. The dairy's pretty cool. Right. And then we have a new bakery. It is disappointing that they're locked away. You know, it'd be nice if there was some sort of dev kit that mappers could make use of that provided documentation on how to reference these things from within the DLC. So mappers had to own the DLC to implement it in their map. And players had to own the DLC in order to use that map. The only thing that does, if that happens, the only thing that does is it sells DLC. That's the only thing it does. Because if you have to own the DLC to make a map and use those objects, and if you have to have the DLC in order to make use of the map that is using those objects, then it's going to drive more sales to the DLC. And, well, every business has a right for profit. So, what's the problem? Farmer G. Ah, I'm so proud of you, man. I'm proud of you reaching out and planting taters for the very first time. You're moving up. You're moving up. I didn't even know about this triple soup problem. Now I'm even happier that I had the best root soup in the nation. Right? I have the best root soup around. And back to our grind. That's what we're going to be doing. We're just going to keep looping around, harvesting this field, and then we'll jump over there and finish up that carrot field. I got carrot crates over there to haul off. I'm going to need to borrow some money to get a cultivator and start cultivating up my soil so we can plant new crop in there for the spring. I did harvest some corn yesterday as well. But we're not having any of that. Who's got exciting plans for the holidays? Our youngest was born on Thanksgiving Eve 10 years ago this year. Turns 10 on a Saturday. I think we're going to be doing Thanksgiving on Saturday as opposed to Thursday this year. One giant meal and a family birthday, and then we're gonna do his birthday party next weekend for his friends. There's a local company that owns a 30-foot or 40-foot trailer, and they decked it out as a mobile gaming trailer that you can rent for parties. So we're having a mobile gaming trailer come by that's got gaming setups on the inside. It's got gaming setups on the outside. I think it holds like 20 or 30 people on the inside, and it's just going to be 2 hours of playing video games off this trailer. He rolls up, he's got a generator. He fires up the generator, and there you go. So, yeah. Raz is here. Yeah, send you a message. Send you a message about the Farm Machine Show. And I was digging up the info for the mics. And I found the mics again. Found a little stock. We're all gonna be all set up. Gonna be all set up. $16. Oh man. All right, whose car is he driving? That's pretty big. Now you have a go get me something person. Right. So now you can go pick things up. Hey, go to the store and pick this up. Hey, go pick your brother up. It's like, I drove you around for 16 years. Now it's time for you to start earning it back. This field's going pretty quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, ours are out. Mine's out this week too. Both of mine are out this week now. The youngest last day was on Friday. The oldest, her last day is supposed to be tomorrow. But the professor canceled Tuesday's class. I guess they wanted to start their Thanksgiving break early. So they canceled class, so she's home now. And here we go, another load. And back to it. Michael, what's up? What was a lot easier back then? Oh yeah, okay, I see now. I see now what that was in relationship to. So in our state, you gotta go. You your real driver's license is handed to you. You have to go to court. And you get to be read the riot act by a judge about, you know, obeying laws and stuff. And then they get you your license. Bill's Pub, a good evening. Good evening. Everyone remember tomorrow is the autumn sale. Steam autumn sale drops tomorrow. Lots of other game e-tailers have been doing their Black Friday sale since last Friday. I think trying to maybe get out ahead of the Steam autumn sale. But the good advice is, if you're looking at picking something up from the Steam autumn sale, go check out some of the other e-tailers that give you Steam keys and just see, because it might not be the best deal over at the Steam sale, but you can still redeem a Steam key and use Steam to keep track of all your games. Hopefully American Truck Simulator is going to be going on sale, because next Thursday, the 30th, Kansas drops. Just out of the blue, they announced last week. Kansas is releasing next Thursday, November 30th. Really took me by surprise. I was not expecting Kansas to be released this soon after Oklahoma. I mean, it feels like Oklahoma's only been out for 3 or 4 months. And usually they take a little bit longer than that. But the autumn sale might be a great time to pick up on ETS DLCs if you're into that sort of thing. Oh, Chad, well then what you might want to also resist is this sale right here. Apex Gaming Computers. This sale was supposed to have ended last week, but it's still going on. Still going on. It might not be going on much longer. 25% off with the code BFCM. So if you're not aware, I entered into a arrangement with Apex Gaming Computers earlier this year where I had configured out 3 configurations: Yeoman, Homesteader, and Rancher configurations. I've got the Homesteader selected here. So with the discount, 25% off, $13.34, right? That's going to get you a system that's pretty good configured. It's going to support Farm Sim very, very well. It's going to support other games that we play in the channel over at the Funhouse very, very well. 10-core processor, 4.9 gigahertz. Liquid cooler, 16 gigs of RAM is a must for any computer these days. 3060 Ti is still a fairly stout performing graphics card. 512 gigs of very, very fast NVMe storage. Most importantly, 750 watts of power supply. So you're going to have power supply to upgrade that CPU from a 12th gen to a 12th gen. Yeah, you could go 12th gen to 14th gen, I think. That would work. You got the power to do that. You got the power to upgrade the GPU at some point in time, should you so wish to do that as well. So go check out Apex Gaming Computers. I got a link down in the description. Like I said, this sale is going to be ending very, very soon. This is the best sale of the year. 25% off. Go check them out. Oh, I know Artemis, right? If they do 2 a year, 25 years after, but I don't think they're going to do Alaska. I don't think they're going to do Hawaii. But then there was also talk of them doing Canada and Mexico. So, right, it's American Truck Simulator. It's not United States Truck Simulator. So there's no reason why they wouldn't want to dive up into Canada and dive down into Mexico while they're at it. But yeah, they definitely need to do more per year. And, you know, like we've speculated, lots of folks I'm sure have speculated, at some point they got to start bundling states, right? Do you bundle the states, Dakotas, North and South Dakota? And as soon as you jump the Mississippi, all of those states on the east of the Mississippi, they start shrinking drastically. They're getting smaller now. Oklahoma was the smallest state released. I don't know how many square miles Kansas is, but Kansas could be smaller than Oklahoma, potentially. I don't know. I'm an American, which means I'm horrible with geography. But as soon as you jump the Mississippi, those states get smaller and smaller real fast. You know, I could see them bundling the Carolinas. I could see them doing an entire Northwest or Northeast bundle and slapping like Rhode Island, Connecticut, Delaware, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, all into one. Right? Hammer out like 6 states in one thing. Because there's no way they're going to charge $12.99 for Delaware. Right? It'd take you 5 minutes to drive from one end of the state to the next. So yeah, I'm hoping they start pumping things out more. You know, we know they're working on Nebraska now. I mean, that one probably is going to come out in December. For everything that's in Nebraska, it's worth seeing. There are. I mean, everything east of the Mississippi is much more condensed. Far more roads. Far more cities. I mean, I live on the east. Yeah. It's gonna be pretty hard. I live in Virginia, so I've lived on the East Coast my entire life. There we go. No, who knows? We might see Nebraska in like March. Yeah, that would be 4 months. When did Oklahoma drop? Yeah, but your state's very wide. It's not very high, north to south, but it's extremely wide. But still, from a square mile standpoint, it's minuscule compared to these western states. It's like you know, when they were mapping out the country. It's not how this happened, really, but still, you know, the first few states, right? I mean, there's just up and down the East Coast, you know, bordering water. There's states galore, right? Back to the Mississippi, there's states galore. And then you get across the Mississippi and they're like, oh, we've got just so much land. Let's just split it up, right? If we keep going at this rate, we'll have 75 states. It's like they phoned it in for west of the Mississippi. I mean, look, we got states that are square. I mean, come on. They didn't really work too hard on that one. So Colorado's 100,000 square miles. Tennessee is 43,000. British Columbia is... I can't see the digits. They put this new thing right here in chat. Right? But it's right over top of the last word of whatever chat message is last. Captain Kiwi is in the house. What's up? Well, I mean, a landlocked state would be pretty well hampered from a financial standpoint for trade, right? I mean, we're just coming off of you know, the revolution there, and the idea that every state is its own entity, but we have commonality. But if I have to rely on trade by having to, you know, go across another state, another entity to have trade, then you know, I'm pretty hampered, right? What if we don't have good relations? If we don't have good relations, then I'm stuck. You can. How do you hide it? How do you hide that dumb thing? Tell me how to hide and I'll get rid of it. Yeah. This is what I think if you tell me how to hide it. You can Google it and then you can tell us. So like states that can't reach the Atlantic Ocean have to be able to reach the Mississippi. Is what you're saying? That's right. I'm too busy. I'm too busy to look it up. So that's why Tennessee's so long or so wide. I had to get out to the river. Oh no. Training is awful, David. Good luck. I got a bunch of required trainings. I got until the end of the year to watch. I'm gonna milk it until as long as I can. Marco, thank you for the sub. Speaking of that, we should be darn close to 46,000. I gotta see. I gotta look and see how close we are. We should be darn close to 46K. Oh, we're over. Party time. Party time. Everyone throw in some emotes. If you remember the channel, throw in some FK channel emotes. We over it. Woohoo, party time. That's some good stuff. In fact, let's go ahead and see if this works. Oh, it does work. That doesn't work. I haven't been able to toss chat messages in without typing chat in for years. Now it works. Yeah, everybody could come to my house. Well, we got a party trailer here next week. Nice. I was hoping we would break 46K over the weekend. But, nope, didn't do it. Didn't do it. Look at all those fabulous emotes. If you aren't a member of the channel, check the join button down and below the video. It's a great way to give back to the channel a little bit more. A modest monthly subscription. Get access to some really cool emotes. From time to time I do publish early access videos to members only. You do get your name tossed up in the credits at the end of the videos and live streams. And you also, if you do Farm and Baron membership, you get yourself a shout out, hopefully, at the start of at least one video a month. Rabbit Raw with a $20 super chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your continued support. Maybe you're interested in picking up some FK merch. Explanation. Merch should work. We've got really cool barley juice glasses. We've got some really cool t-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers, mugs. Maybe you want to be an honorary member of the Mayhem crew. You know, bad things happen. Jason, thank you for joining the channel. It's very appreciated. Yeah, I say, farming's my chill. What's yours? We've got a shirt that says that. We've got products. You know, farmers feeding the world since the dawn of time. I've got one where it's a checklist of impossible tasks. And the farmer's like, yeah, we got this. We're good. Which brings up something I posted in Discord earlier today. This is a really cool. I saw this. I was looking at this site for a completely different reason, which I really can't go into right now. But go check that out. Go check that out. Display does metal posters, and apparently people can upload designs and stuff and sell their designs. And that one really fits the way I look at Farm Sim, quite frankly. You know, I've been saying farming's my chill for a long time. Then that one says, and into the field I go to lose my mind and find my soul. I saw it today. I'm like, dang, that's Farm Sim right there for me. Farmer G with 20 gifted memberships. Dang, man. We're going to have a siren going off for a long time here. Shadow Tribe, Hawaii, Trucker, Cyberwolf, Melvin, G, Stinfield, Scott Page, Ronnie Johnson, Northern Knights, Paul Sanderson, David C, Jarrett, Green Hut, Sim Noob, Dragon Age, Aaron Gearlings, Sherry Downs, Roby, Blair, Topolo Nikki, Doug Henderson, and Harry Ballard. Thank you all for being new members. Thank you, Farmer G, for that generous contribution. Whew, that siren's gonna be going on for like 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish harvesting this field, and then I'm going to sleep. And I have a baler. I have a baler somewhere around here. I need to bale this straw. I still haven't baled any of this straw I did the first time on the map. Smoke 82. I do not know. I don't even know if these new crops are really paying attention to precision farming. I would say the crop types are pretty much still, you know, we really don't have specific crops that are better in specific ground types. Instead, ground types provide different yield levels overall, so I'd say that still holds true. But what I don't know is if there are nitrogen definitions, nitrogen entries for these new crops. I know if you plant on ridged soil, you do not get the fertilized bonus showing up in precision farming, because of course you're not adding nitrogen to the soil because you simply planted it in ridged soil. But without precision farming, you do get a fertilization stage as a bonus for planting it in ridged soil. So I turned off precision farming for this gameplay. You see it's not enabled. Because of that, I wasn't sure. have four more passes. Good evening, Sherry. I don't know. Cross blades, because honestly, I never do oilseed radish. I haven't touched oilseed radish since I did the video about oilseed radish when FS22 released. For me, it just feels like an extra step when I can just do my groundwork and then do auto fertilization with precision farming. Or if I wanted to do organic fertilizing, I could do that. Maybe European players do oilseed radish more than American players. Well, I mean, it depends. If you've already got manure or slurry, then, right, you already got it. The only cost would be what else you could do manure and slurry for. Captain Kiwi, you've been a member for nearly 2 years. Thank you very much, sir. But, you know, different people play different ways. Some folks are very interested in min-maxing. What's the absolute cheapest way of doing something? What's the fastest way of doing something? Honestly, I just do stuff because I want to. Because I go back to farming's my chill. This is my chill time. Right? Why do I want to do something fast? I mean, if you're chilling out, you don't want to chill fast. Right? So the last thing you want to do is get your chill done quick. Oh, thank us, I'm done chilling. Let me get back to work and stress. No, it's not how you do things, right? You don't want to go from one stressful thing to another, to another, to another. So that's the way I look at it. But so Captain Kiwi likes to watch me do all the monotony. It reminds him why he doesn't do root crops. Theme parks and more. Welcome. Thank you, sir. There we go. Look at that. Our last row. I mean, you could do potatoes one row at a time with this hateful thing. No, thank you very much. Oh, that's 2 rows. Sorry. You can do potatoes 2 rows at a time with this hateful thing. Avoid any contract that uses this thing. 8 hours later, you'll be hating yourself. Alright. We got a little bit of beets in that one. This one's empty. Let's play chuck the crate onto the conveyor belt. Awesome. And just chuck it over there. Awesome. And yes, please. Buy 2. Well, see, Captain Kiwi, for about a month after Platinum dropped, we did Silver on Forest and Forestry. And basically I vowed at that point I would never do it Forestry again. So, you know, we're going to do the same thing here for about a month. We're going to be vegetable farmers. We're going to make soup. And zoop. We're going to see how much money we can make making triple veggie soup. And then we'll never do veggies ever again. Other than maybe doing a little crop to, where's that baler at? I don't even know where it is. Let's get it a little brighter. Oh, there's my baler. Where are we at with our souping? Triple soup? How do we have that much stored? Chad with the 5 gifted membership. Joel Z. No pain. Nico the motherless. Oh man. Daniel, Griffiths, Larry, and Avery. Thank you for being farm barons. Here we have our triple soup. Our potato soup. What's our money? How much are we going to get for this soup? $3,900 down at Orlengrot. $4,000 down at Orlengrot. Where's that flatbed? It's sell me some soup day. Donald, you knew what you're getting into. The stream name is all there. Alright, well, if we're going to make our way down to haul some soup off. Did we ever get done the announcements for the last gifted memberships? Or is that siren still going off? Homemade chicken noodles better. That canned stuff. The little chicken bits. No, thank you on that. But full on canned noodle soup, or homemade. That's some good stuff. Those thick egg noodles, some good hunky chunky chicken. Some homemade broth. So, Razdak, it's interesting you would mention that. So, the youngest one, he likes the wife's chicken and dumplings. And it was between that one day and just you know, chicken noodles. And I said chicken noodles because there was just not enough time to do dumplings. It was 5 o'clock, just got home from work. It's like by the time dumplings were made and cooked, right, it would be 8:30 before we were eating. So she did it with egg noodles, and the little kid, he's like, can I have more chicken and dumplings? And he's like, can I have chicken and dumplings for lunch tomorrow at school? So we never told him that they technically weren't dumplings. He had that 4 days in a row. He really liked it. See how much money we can make off of our soup over at Rolling Grot. You know what? I've never sold pallets on the train. This will be interesting. How much are these? For 2,000 liters each. Alright, no, we're not going to need more spawn. So we have 6,000 liters of triple soup. Triple root soup and 14,000 liters of potato soup. If you are looking for the apples on this map and you haven't found all the apples, Raznak has a video over on his channel, Explanation Raznak. Go check it out. It shows you where all the apples are. Makes it quite easy to find them all. If there's any that are eluding your view. He's also doing his own gameplay over here on the map. Although I don't think he's a soup baron like I am. What have we got going on here? Greetings from Zielonka. Pac-Man! I have two. There goes the train. They are not on apple trees. Unless you find them all, then they are. Oh, let's see how much money we make. $20 hours. Wow, I'm not that far. I'm not that far. Maybe at this point, 15 or 16. Something else I want to mention is that the Game Awards is coming up. A big awards ceremony for games. I think it's early December. The Game Awards. Let me see if I can get a link. Yeah, it's called thegameawards.com. Farm Sim is not in the running, but you may find other games that you enjoy are in the running. These awards are nice because you as a gamer, right? You vote. So your vote counts. So log in and vote for like 20 some categories. Interesting enough, I think Starfield's listed like only once. Maybe twice. Oh, something else. Maybe this is new, maybe this isn't new. So you see the mini-map down there? A little circular mini-map. You see the little tick? Right? That's due north. Right? I only saw it with this update. Maybe it's been there a long time. But that little tick is pointing due north on the mini-map. So no matter how you rotate the map, that little tick is always due north. I don't know if that's new or not. But, oh shoot, wrong vehicle. It felt like it was new. At least new to me. Alright, back up the truck, Chuck. We're gonna drop you off there. Yeah, trains are slow to stop. Let's see. In a fabulous world, this would auto-load. The world is not fabulous. In a second than fabulous world, I could do this. Of course it's blocked. Okay, fine. Be like that. I thought Universal Autoload had auto-loaded trains. If not, that would be an awesome feature. Just saying. I mean, it could go under Best Indie Game, right? But it's not new. It could be, what was that category? Like, Best Continued Running Series or something? No PlayStation through December. What do you mean? Like, is it getting fixed? Douglas and Eli, what's up? I've seen how much money I get for selling my soup. Why did you not ask? What just happened? I don't know what just happened here. But that was not the intended reaction. That's not what was supposed to have happened. Maybe this is why you shouldn't sell pallets at the train. Let's bring the train back. See what happens. So yeah, let's look at these. Let's look at these awards while we wait on the train. I'll keep an eye out waiting on the train. Right. So we have Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Score, Music, Best Audio Design, Best Performance, Innovation, and Accessibility, Best Action, Best VR, Best Mobile. Oh, Farm Sim 24. Why is it not there? I mean, come on. I don't know what any of these mobile games are. Farm Sim 24 should be there. Best indie debut game, right? I guess Farm Sim wouldn't be there. It's not a debut game. Best community support, best ongoing. There, it could be best ongoing. I mean, what? No. I don't even know why this, no. No, I don't even know why they're there. Best family game? Sure. Sure. I mean, what? Why is Super Mario's there? Super Mario is about plumbers. And plumber cracks. It's never good. Best sim strategy game? No, sorry. I mean, this is nice, but it's got too much bugs. Too many bugs right now. This site is stupid. Why going back doesn't do that? Best multiplayer? Oh, seriously, best multiplayer. What? Did that game even happen? Why is that even there? That was like a thing for 2 weeks. A bunch of esports. Content created here. Most anticipated. Yeah, go check it out. Game Awards. Log in, vote. See what happens to my palettes. Where did they go? Come on, I want to get in the train. All right, let's see if we can find our pallets. I don't know, Captain Kiwi, how you get a game nominated. But that could be your mission for next year. I mean, what pallets did so? We made a lot of money. I got 86,000 now. Farmer G, I've already been there. I don't know where the pallets went, but I think they're gone forever. I think they're gone forever. $8,000. Okay. I was saying over at the FK Funhouse channel that was my one motivation for this gameplay, but I couldn't put that in the title. I was too worried about YouTube's reaction to a certain word after the word soup related to Seinfeld. So I thought it best to avoid saying that certain other word as it relates to soup and Seinfeld. Although I had no problem saying that word over on the Funhouse channel with 170 members. Alright, now we're gonna get to baling. Ah, like how's near future? I thought since we were doing fairly small scale farming, we could do fairly small scale baling too. Weeds. I don't understand, Patrick. What that? I must be missing something. No, that's weeds. Weeds have grown in since I've harvested this field. But yeah, the map grass is green, is brown. All the fields of straw have weeds in them at this point. Yeah, it's November. The grass is already kind of brown in August, but it's even more obviously brown. You can see they've used a different grass here along the roads that doesn't turn brown compared to the grass that does. But I mean, this is a perfect use for the little farm all 120. I like how this guy's grabbing different joysticks. Right, really good animations on this stuff. I wish we could see. Who else wants to see your arms? Now, I mean, SnowRunner's arms were a little silly. But I kind of would like to see my arms when I'm in here. Not the SnowRunner arms going crazy on the wheel, but you know, if the guy's got his hand sitting over here on the joystick, well, it'd be nice to just see his hand sitting over there. I think that might be the only one, Captain Kiwi, that Starfield's in for. Oh, they carried that over from Platinum? That'd be nice to see. So the field directly in front of us was sorghum. The field to our left over there, that was parsnips. I harvested that yesterday and earlier this evening. Yeah, you can see, you know, we got the brown, then we got this. This is different. It looks a little silly, but that's not changing. Yeah, Captain Kiwi, but I don't really think it is. I really don't think it is. I think Motorsport's got a little too many issues to be best. But I also don't think F1 2023 is either. It's just an annual refresh. I mean, I guess it's the different varieties of the grass, right? Depending on your variety of grass, it's going to turn brown. It's going to give it up sooner than later. Like, it's fun in fall. Seeing the trees. Some trees just drop their leaves at the drop of a hat. Other trees hold on to their leaves till basically, you know, it's the last possible moment. There was this one tree on campus. It was really, really dark red leaves. And one Friday it had all its leaves. All the other trees around it had dropped them all. This was the only tree around that had all its leaves still. Friday it had all its leaves. On Monday they were all gone. It's just over 2 days it just decided it drops them all. Yeah, the frosted trees. There are 50 bales made. Wonder how many will fit on that flatbed. They're always green and keep dropping their leaves. They just can't seem to hold on to the leaves for anything, huh? Alright, let's go over here and grab this. It sounds like a tree I would classify as a dirty tree, right? It's always dirty and messy around it. I didn't think the ditch was that big. Alright, how do we put this thing in Bale mode? Control, left shift R. Let's go to town. Loading up bales. I mean, I do love the Arcusa multi-stack, but we don't have any money for that. So we're just going to go this route. I do wish they would cross the bales and not stack them on top of each other like that. Anyone that stacked bales knows you don't stack them like that. Oh, let's see. Wire mold, fryer frame. Oh, that's all of them. Well, there's two more. This is how you cheat and see bales in the weeds. There we go. Go grab the next field. Oh, you mean the bale dots? I haven't done bale dots for a while. I never remember where they are. Oh, here it is. Here they go. We're about to litter the field with dots. So many useful features of easy dev controls. So many cool, fun features. Yeah, we're going down every other road just to make it easier. No backing up. No hard turns. So there's some interesting mods dropped today. I saw we had a mod for liftable pallets for the new pallets on this map. Although they're not the same pallets, they're a different pallet. I think the note in the description was basically that the pallets were locked up, so it's a different visual palette. And then we had a big, I guess a big pallet warehouse, storage warehouse, placeable. A few other mods dropped today. I was surprised the liftable pallets dropped. I was not expecting a premium focused mod to drop so quickly. Oh, I agree, Will. I can't go back all the way back to 15. I can only go back to 17. But I do agree. And, you know, I mean, there's a lot that is made of some of the old guard modders and mappers that get frustrated and get fed up and quit, and then come back and quit and come back and quit again. And then people are like, oh, Farm Sim will never be the same without them. And to some degree they are correct, because a lot of those folks are making things the same way they used to make things. So Farm Sim won't be the same without them, because new people will come along and do it the new way. Farm Sim sometimes might be better, dare I say, without some of the old guard that are still trying to do things the old ways. But there are some old guard that are doing things the new ways too, so it's not all bad. Right. It's not all bad. Right, I don't want to lump them all into one. Well, you're getting better. No, I mean, come on. FS22 was your first foray into modding, okay? I think you've done pretty decent for yourself. How many millions of downloads do you have now? Are you at 2 million? The Giants ever get your plaques? Did you ever give me your address? Oh, good. Glad you got him. That would be the console modder, first mod on console. And million plaques. Million downloads, sorry. So, multiple mods on console, 3.5 million downloads, and counting. Yeah, that's a pretty good. Those are pretty good stats for a first-time modder. Walter, I don't know. I mean, let's see here. Uh, 100 million divided by 50. They would have had to have sold 2 million copies, but that's not without taking out any royalties or anything like Steam. Steam takes, I think, 20% or more of the sale, right? So anything sold on Steam, Steam gets a cut off the top. I think they've probably sold more than 2 million copies at $50 a pop. I don't know what the most recent disclosed stat was as far as the number of copies sold. It's not my community, it's our community. My name might be on the front door, but I'm not why people are there. People are there because people enjoy being there, enjoy the other people that are there, right? Yeah, I mean every company needs to make money to stay in business. If they're not profitable, then we won't get another farm sim, right? They'll just go out of business. So it's in our best interest that they be profitable. And you know, my benchmark is dollar per hour. Right, if you spend $1 for every hour that you have put into the game, then you've got your money's worth. If you've got more than $1, less than $1 an hour, you know, let's say you spent $200 on the game and all the DLC because you bought it all individually. Now let's say you have 400 hours into the game. And what else can you do at 50 cents an hour that you enjoy? Probably not much, right? Some of us have far more than 400 hours into it, right? So our pennies per hour is pretty low. Wrong button. Okay. Let's turn on Bale mode. What? Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Where did that Bale go? I thought I turned Bale mode on. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking the fire. It's like all these little candy bars on the ground. No, I mean, I had thousands of hours in 17. I've got a fair number of hours in... I have no idea how many hours I have in 22. Well, I mean, it's easily farm sims like my mental health thing, right? I'm really trying to get you all sick. We got all the dots but one. 4,600 hours and 22 alone. I wonder how much higher that's going to go. Yeah, 96,000 liters of straw in those little baby bales. All right, guys, that's going to do me for the night. I want to thank you for coming out and watching. Keep an eye on the channel. In the event that Giants drops a map, we're going to be working on getting that map video out to you all. This is a short week for lots of us here in the States, because it is a holiday week with Thanksgiving on Thursday. Thursday is also, no, Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday is also Farm Sim's second birthday. Unless there's a map drop, we're going to be doing a 2-year birthday stream on Wednesday. For sure. And come prepared. Come prepared with what does Farm Sim mean to you? Why are you playing Farm Sim? What did you use to get it? Why did you get into Farm Sim? And we can just sit back, chat, and reflect about Farm Sim and celebrating its 2-year birthday on Wednesday. Again, we'll do that unless, of course, there's a map that drops, then we'll be focusing on that. Until next time, happy farming.